Well, it was a Halloween the Rockwall Yellowjackets will never forget. They are 9-0 after a wild one out in East Texas, 61-54. Your Rockwall Yellowjackets are one game away from a 10-0 season. Hello everybody, Chris Curtis here for the Rockwall Sportscenter Yellowjacket update, joined by the captain of the Rockwall broadcast, Billy Quinton. I'm glad to see you're still here. That heart's still pounding, huh?
I think Tyler Lee scored again, if I'm not mistaken, but that was a good one. That was one of the best ones we've seen in a while.
Well, you mentioned that. It was obviously a wild game, 61-54. A lot on the line for Rockwall, but a lot to play for Tyler Lee. They left it all on the field that night.
They did, and we expected that. Coach Webb knew that. Everybody knew that, and it's exactly what we expected out there. You can't describe the atmosphere. You go to East Texas, it's a whole different world out there. That great stadium at Rose Stadium, homecoming, Halloween, two really good teams going at it, and they went at it till the very end. 61-54, defensive battle. At the coin toss, it was a defensive battle. And after that, it was just Katie bar the door. It was two teams just going at it.
You got to think Coach Webb feeling kind of good right now, being 9-0. Let's hear what he had to say after his team's 61-54 victory.
Tyler's a difficult place to go and play, and you know, they've hosted 3 district games this year, and in every one of those games there have been over 110 total points scored. So this was just another one of those games. I was proud of our kids' perseverance. We had a lot go against us in the second quarter, and for the first time this year we found ourselves down by 2 touchdowns. And I was proud of the way our kids persevered and overcame the bad mojo in the first half and to come back and get the win.
And Billy, it seems like each Monday we end up talking about this kid. He is just blowing people out of the water. He's really a man among boys out there, Chris Warren. He adds 6 more touchdowns to his resume. That's a big deal out there in Tyler to be on that field at Rose State and to have that kind of game. That's where legends are made out there, and he obviously cemented himself into the legendary category out there.
Well, yeah, you can say that. He has the top rushing performance ever in the history of that stadium at Rose Stadium. And then remember, this stadium was built in 1943, and they've seen the likes of Earl Campbell. Billy Sims played there in the playoffs. Adrian Peterson played there in the playoffs. These are unbelievable teams and athletes that have come through there. And with 471 yards rushing and 6 touchdowns, it's the best rushing performance in the history of that stadium, and it goes to Chris Warren. And it was a pleasure to watch. It was just amazing. And to see a guy take a team and put them on his back, a team that is very good, going against a team that's very good, was an outstanding experience for us, and we were just happy to be there.
Coach Webb, obviously a great fan of Chris Warren, leading his team with 6 touchdowns on Friday night. Here's what he had to say about Chris's performance.
Well, we're just so proud of Chris and the consistency that he's brought this year. He just plays every game the same way, and you never really, whether he's having a good game or a bad game, you never really know because his demeanor stays the same. Also very proud of our offensive line. You know, that was really the best they've played all season. And it was a game where we needed it. You know, they did a lot to take some of our passing game away, and we're just proud that we were able to step it up in the running game.
But Billy, even though the Rockwall Yellowjackets are 9-0, it all comes down to this Friday night for the district championship. It's undefeated Rockwall versus 1-loss Garland. Let's talk about this for the district championship. What's it going to take for Rockwall to go 10-0 and win a district championship? It's not going to be easy.
It's not going to be easy, and Rockwall has to put together an almost perfect game, I think. Last few weeks, Rockwall has been blessed to get away with a few mistakes. They've had some turnovers. They've missed on some opportunities, haven't closed out drives. Can't do that against Garland. Can't do that in the playoffs. And so as much as we're just delirious about Rockwall being undefeated 9-0 and 5-0, we know that there's still things that they have to do if they want to win the district championship. And Garland is a team that will make you pay for your mistakes. They're very good. And so it's going to be a great one when they get together here on Friday night.
Not only is it for the district championship, it's also senior night for the Rockwall Yellowjackets, as Rockwall will say goodbye here at Wilkerson Sanders to the class of 2015. And we could talk all day about what this class means to this football team. They proved it last year what they were going to be about, and they've proven it this year so far. So talk about this senior class and what they've meant to this program.
They've meant everything to this program. This senior class, most of them started on this team as sophomores. Castile, Warren, you know, all these kids, Ty Thomas is a key player. They've meant everything. We've seen them. It feels like they've been here for 20 years. It's almost like a veteran, and they are veterans, but it's almost like a pro team or something that they've been here longer than 3 years. But they have really brought magic to this team. It's one of the classes that, if not the top class, one of them in Rockwall history as far as athletics goes. And I don't know if you can ever top it, but there's a lot of talent behind them, and it looks like Rockwall will keep moving. But we really need to appreciate this class, this senior class, and what they've done for this team.
Here's Coach Webb talking about the class of 2015.
Well, I think the legacy of this year's senior class, not only the football players, but really the whole senior class, the other organizations as well, they've put Rockwall back on the map. They've made Rockwall High School relevant again in extracurricular activities, football included. I'm just so proud of them, and I've told them multiple times that they're going to look back on this year and they're going to have a lot of pride in the season that we've had, and again, just making Rockwall High School a force to be reckoned with in any activity.
And Rockwall Yellowjacket Nation, we're going to need everybody to come out this Friday night. Not only you have the district championship on the line, you have senior night on the line. This might be the biggest game in this stadium in about 10 years. You obviously think about Rockwall versus Heath last year, but there really haven't been big games here, especially this year as Rockwall has just dominated every team they've played here. This is going to be a really good game, and it should sell this place out. We have to hope.
Yeah, it's going to be packed. It will be. I know that the Yellowjackets have caught the imagination of not only the diehard fans, but everybody. People that normally didn't go to games, they're coming now. I'm getting questions from people that didn't even know the Yellowjackets existed, a couple years ago. Now they want to be here. They want to be a part of it. So we're going to sell this out. I know it's going to be packed. But don't forget, Garland's going to be packing that visitor side too. It is going to be an absolute great atmosphere. And as you mentioned, there hasn't been a game of this significance at Wilkerson Sanders in at least 10 years for a district championship. Two really good teams going at it. Yes, we've had Allen here for a game, or South Lake Carroll, but it has years ago, but those didn't have as much on the line as this one does, and you can't pass on this. If you have the chance, you've got to get a ticket. You got to be here. It may be tough, but you got to be here. But of course, if you can't make it, you can hear it all on rockwallisd.com or sportscram.com.
After 10 weeks, you finally got it down. There you go.
There it is.
All right, it's www.rockwallisd if you can't come out, but we expect everybody to be out here at 7:30 to watch Rockwall take the district championship from the Garland Owls. It is going to be an absolutely fun experience here. We hope you join us here. You have any predictions for this one final district matchup game?
Yeah, I do think that both teams will put some points on the board again. Garland has a dual threat quarterback, and they're very dangerous. They also play a little defense. I think this one's going to be more of a probably about a 38-35 ball game.
It's going to be close. Bring the heart monitor, right?
Yes, bring the heart monitor, but it's going to be fun. It'll be fun.
All right, don't forget www.rockwallisd.com. You want to listen to Billy and his crew. And don't forget, next week the playoff starts. We are moving all of this to the Rockwall Sportscenter in Rockwall. So if you want to come sign or get an autograph from Billy Quinn, we're there about 9:30, so your fans can come out and get your autograph
They can
in.
come out there and they can get autographs and get pictures with us and all that. I know it's a big deal for the kids and all that.
Stay in school, though. Don't skip school for that.
Don't do drugs.
There we go. I'm Chris Curtis for Billy Quinn. We will see you next week as the playoffs start, and hopefully we will be talking a district championship. Have a great week, everybody.